가지 아셔야 될 게 저희가 개인을 하고 이제 단체로
Jungkook goes crazy in the rain. Arirang Fancam makes the stadium shake. Welcome to the K-pop BTS channel, where we bring you the most unforgettable moments from the world of K-pop. Sit back, relax, and feel every second, because tonight, we're about to witness something truly extraordinary. Jungkook goes wild in the rain. Arirang Fancam that shook the entire stadium. Imagine a grand concert night that thousands, no, millions, of fans from all around the world have been waiting for. The stage lights are ready to shine, the cheers are already echoing, and the entire stadium is filled with anticipation that's almost unbearable. But nature had its own plan. The sky, once just cloudy, slowly turned darker. The wind grew colder, carrying a warning that couldn't be ignored. And without much notice, the rain began to fall. At first, it was just a drizzle. Some fans smiled, thinking it would add a romantic touch to the night. But within seconds, that drizzle turned into heavy rain pouring down relentlessly. The stage, the seats, the entire stadium, everything was soaked. And yet, what happened next was completely unexpected. Instead of fading, the atmosphere grew even more intense. The crowd screamed louder. Light sticks stayed glowing, creating a shimmering ocean of lights beneath the rain. And in the middle of it all, one name echoed endlessly. Jungkook. He appeared. His steps were steady, without the slightest hesitation. His outfit, now soaked, didn't diminish his presence, it amplified it. His wet hair clung to his forehead, droplets ran down his face, and his sharp gaze scanned the crowd. This wasn't just a performance. This was presence. The music began. The first notes of Arirang flowed softly, almost like a whisper trying to calm the storm. But the moment Jungkook started singing, everything changed. His voice, powerful, clear, full of emotion. The heavy rain became meaningless. Every note he sang cut through the sound of the storm, reaching directly into the hearts of everyone there. No playback, no holding back, just raw, authentic vocals filled with strength. The fan cam captured everything. Every detail. Every expression. Every breath visible in the cold rain. Water streamed down his face, blending with sweat and the emotions he poured into every second. And at that point, the audience completely lost control. The cheers turned into hysteria. Thousands sang along, even as their voices were drowned out by the rain. They didn't care about being soaked or freezing, because in front of them stood someone giving his all. Jungkook wasn't just standing and singing. He moved. He danced. He jumped. Every motion was filled with energy, as if the rain itself fueled him. His soaked outfit followed every movement of his body, creating a visual that was both powerful and unforgettable. At one moment, the camera caught a close-up of his face. His eyes looked deep into the crowd, and then a small smile appeared. Not a staged smile, but a genuine one. A smile that seemed to say, "We're in this together." And that's when something magical happened. Connection. No longer just between idol and fans, but between human and human. Between one heart and thousands of others beating in the same rhythm. Arirang felt different that night. Deeper. More emotional. More alive. Every lyric felt like a story being retold, with feeling, with pain, with strength. Jungkook wasn't just singing the song, he was bringing it to life right before everyone's eyes. The rain grew heavier. But instead of weakening the moment, it made it even more dramatic. Stage lights reflected off every raindrop, creating a visual like falling stars from the sky. And in the middle of it all, Jungkook stood firm. No retreat. No pause. No surrender. Until finally, that moment came. He stopped for a second. The music softened. The entire stadium seemed to hold its breath. Jungkook took a deep breath, and released a high note so powerful, so pure, that time itself seemed to freeze. That second, silence. Only Jungkook's voice, and the sound of rain. And when that note ended, the explosion of emotion was immediate. The crowd erupted louder than ever. Some fans were crying. Others screamed uncontrollably. Some simply stood still, trying to process what they had just witnessed. This wasn't just a concert. This was an experience. This was a moment that could never be replicated. As the song came to an end, Jungkook stood at the center of the stage, breathing heavily, completely drenched, but glowing even brighter. He looked around the stadium, absorbing the energy of thousands still calling his name. And maybe, deep inside, he knew. This night was different. This night would be remembered. The fan cam quickly spread across the world. Within hours, millions had watched it. Comments flooded in. This isn't just a performance. This is insane. He was born for the stage. This is Jungkook at his peak. And honestly, it's hard to disagree. Because what we saw that night wasn't just an idol. Not just a singer. But a true performer who gave everything, even when conditions were far from perfect. And that's where the true power of Jungkook shines. He doesn't wait for perfect moments. He creates them. Even in the middle of a storm. And when the stage lights slowly dimmed, and the echoes of the crowd began to fade, one thing remained. A memory. A memory of the night when the rain didn't stop the show, but turned it into a legend.